Top 5 greatest generals in ancient history. I have been an historian for over 2 decades now, and I don't think I can think of a more controversial topic than this. Historians will argue for days on end, insisting that you are wrong and they are right. Everyone has their own opinion on this subjective question of who is the greatest general in the ancient world. So why make this video? Do I just love an argument? No, I am making this video because, honestly, for me there are 5 men who stand out. Each of them has their reasons for being on this list, and all of them have a seat at the table. You could argue that any one man on this list could be number 1. In today's video, we are going to learn who they were and what they did to make them so great. Number 1 will be a big surprise for some of you. You may not agree with me on the exact order, you may have a name or two that you think I have left out. But I doubt anyone could successfully argue that any man on this list does not at least deserve to be considered in such a distinguished accolade. Coming in at number 5, we have Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu was an ancient Chinese military strategist and a philosopher whose seminal work, The Art of War, has profoundly influenced military thinking and strategy worldwide. His writings showcase a deep understanding of the complexities of warfare, emphasizing the importance of intelligence, flexibility, and psychological warfare. Sun Tzu advocated for strategies that minimize conflict and maximize efficiency, often preferring cunning and diplomacy over brute force. His principles, such as know your enemy and know yourself, highlight the significance of preparation, deception, and adaptability in achieving military victory. Sun Tzu's work is so impressive that 2,500 years later, it is still being read by modern generals today and is widely considered to be the greatest book of all time for military strategists. Coming in at number 4, we have Hannibal Barker. The Carthaginian Carnage is celebrated as one of history's most brilliant military strategists, renowned for his audacious tactics and formidable opposition to Rome during the Second Punic War. Hannibal is probably most known for his famous march across the Alps in 218 BC, leading an army that included war elephants to surprise and challenge the Roman forces in their own territory. His logistical brilliance was seconded only by his masterful use of tactics. This was best exemplified by Hannibal's greatest achievement, his decisive victory and annihilation, really, against the Romans at the Battle of Cannae. During the battle, Hannibal employed a double envelopment maneuver to encircle and annihilate a much larger Roman army. Despite his limited resources and the challenges of campaigning far from his base, Hannibal's strategic ingenuity kept Rome at bay for over a decade. His relentless pressure on Rome showcased his unparalleled command skills and his ability to adapt to different battlefield scenarios. Although ultimately unable to secure a lasting victory for Carthage, Hannibal's legacy as a military commander has endured, influencing military tactics and strategies throughout history. A true military genius. At number 3, we have Genghis Khan. Born Temujin, the Great Khan unified the fractious Mongol tribes, forging them into a disciplined and highly mobile military force, characterized by their exceptional horsemanship and innovative tactics. Genghis Khan's strategic genius lay in his ability to adapt and integrate various military techniques, including psychological warfare, espionage, and the use of the composite bows. You never ran from the Mongols, as they would always catch you. Khan's men were the most effective horseback archers in history. They were fast and they could spray you with arrows accurately from distance before you could even get close to them. So you can't run away and you can't stand and fight. Either way, there's nothing you can do. Under his leadership, during the 13th century, the Mongol Empire expanded at an unprecedented rate, encompassing vast territories across Asia and into Europe. His conquests were marked by both ruthless efficiency and strategic brilliance, allowing him to conquer larger, more established civilizations with relatively smaller forces. Now, I know that some of you are going to argue that the 13th century isn't ancient history, it's medieval history, but the top 5 greatest generals in history before the Gunpowder Revolution and its subsequent impact on warfare and military tactics just didn't really have the same ring to it. So this video is before gunpowder, and I'm going to do another video after gunpowder. It seems like the most logical split, because honestly Genghis Khan wasn't really that much different to the technology of the Roman army. Right? It was very similar. They were still using swords, they were still using spears, they were still using bows and arrows, so I've put him on this list. At number 2, we have Julius Caesar, Rome's greatest military commander and statesman. Caesar's campaigns significantly expanded the Roman Republic and paved the way for the rise of the Roman Empire. His conquest of Gaul demonstrated his exceptional strategic acumen, logistical prowess, and ability to inspire and lead his legions through challenging terrains and fierce battles. Caesar's innovative use of engineering in siege warfare, such as the construction of complex fortifications and bridges, showcased his ingenuity and adaptability. Caesar's victory at the Battle of Actium is an example of his genius. His quick thinking, innovative tactics, and personal bravery led to him defeating Vercingetorix's men against all odds. Caesar's pivotal role in the Roman Civil War, marked by his crossing of the Rubicon and eventual victory at the Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BC, solidified his power and ended the Roman Republic's era of civil strife. Okay, we are almost at number 1, but we do have an honourable mention that I just could not leave out. Gaius Marius was the great uncle of Caesar, famous for his military reforms and victories against the Germanic tribes, which greatly enhanced the efficiency and strength of the Roman legions. Marius professionalized the Roman military, laying the foundations for the empire's future success. But now, the moment that we've all been waiting for. In my opinion, the greatest military commander in the ancient world and arguably of all time. Alexander the Great. Alexander's conquest reshaped the ancient world. Educated by Aristotle and ascending to the Macedonian throne at age just 20, Alexander swiftly demonstrated his strategic genius and unparalleled leadership. He led his forces on an extraordinary 11-year campaign, creating an empire that spanned from Greece to Egypt and stretched into the Indian subcontinent. His innovative tactics, such as the use of the phalanx formation, combined with cavalry maneuvers and his ability to adapt to diverse combat scenarios, allowed Alexander to remain undefeated in battle. Alexander's legacy extends beyond his military achievements. He spread Greek culture and influence throughout his empire, leaving a lasting impact on the regions he conquered. So there you have it. What do you think? Was Alexander the greatest general of the ancient world? Let me know in the comments section. And while you're down there, make sure you like and subscribe, or I will send a Mongolian horde after you. You don't want that, trust me. Thank you guys, and I will see you next time.